Hello and welcome. I'm Lauren Lewis with Power for Parkinson's. It's Tuesday. We're going to move and shout. Welcome. Thank you for joining me today. I think we've got a great class. Today we're going to be working a lot on crossing the midline. What I mean by that is there's an invisible line that goes directly in front of you. We're going to try to remind our body to cross right through that, both with legs and with arms. By doing so, our brain is forced to talk to each hemisphere is forced to talk to each other. When your right arm moves or right leg moves, your left side of the brain is telling it to do that, and vice versa. Different sides of the brain move the opposite side of your body. When you move both arms together, they're still just telling each side what to do. When you cross the midline, the hemispheres actually have to talk to one another. It uses the brain slightly differently. And with Parkinson's, we want to make sure that we're using our brain as fully as we can. So I want to make sure that we're really working on this crossing the midline today. We're also going to be changing tempo, which also stimulates the brain slightly differently. We've got a challenging class for you. It's not going to take one try. It's going to take a few tries for you to get this, and that's what we're here to do. We want to make sure that we're really working, striving, and learning, getting better each time. So let's get started. You don't need any equipment today, just a chair. If you are going to stand, you are invited to stand for this class. You can. There's only one little segment in the very beginning that I'll have to modify. Otherwise, it is cardio. Grab some water, and you may notice that we do have some new water bottles on hand for you. This holds a lot more than our other water bottles, which is great. It closes with a click so it doesn't spill. It's got a little handle, which is lovely, and all you do is lift up, and it's got a straw, so you don't have to tilt, you just sip. So I think you're going to really like these. I hope you'll buy some. Okay, my pitch is over. Let's get started. We're going to start off sitting nice and tall. Let's get our hands warmed up directly in front. We're going to be working on hand grip strength. Close those fists really tight, and then open them up as wide as you can. You want to make sure there's a V in between each finger. We're going to close tight and open up, and we're going to say the letter A for about 10 seconds as we do that together. Here we go. Good, shake it out. By singing that letter, we're strengthening and warming up our vocal cords too. So we're kind of working on two things at once. Good for us. We're going to bring those arms all the way up overhead, reaching as high as you can. Pull your abdominals in, lift your chest and shoulders up. We're going to sing the next letter. The next letter is O. We're going to stretch those arms out to the side and down for, again, about 10 seconds. Here we go. O. Great job. Release and relax those shoulders, nice big circles, and reverse around. Good, and let it go. We're going to continue warming up. We're going to get those legs going first. Heel, toe, working on ankle flexion, working on getting your ankles, your toes up and down. We're also warming up our large muscles in the legs. So we're going to start with right and go to left. Here we go. And say those words with me so you're reminding the body what to do. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Go. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Four more. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Add the arms out, in. Go out and in. Out, in, out, in, out, in. Make it big, make it strong. Go out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Again. Out, in, out, in, out, in. Cross in front. It's cross and pull. Cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, pull. Cross in front. We're crossing that midline. Cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, pull. Put it together. Here we go. Out, in, cross and pull. Out, in, cross, pull. Out, in, cross, pull. Out, in, cross. Four more. Out, in, cross, and out, in, cross, pull, out, in. Last time. Out, in, cross, up, down, reach, up, down, up, down, up. Make it strong, make it big, make it bigger. Up, down, 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 up from the top. It's out, in, cross, pull, up and down, out, in, cross, pull, up, down, out, in, cross, pull, up, down, out, in, cross, pull, up. 2 more, out, in, cross, pull, up. Last time, out, in, cross, pull. Now we're faster, out, in, cross, pull, up and faster, out, in, cross, pull, up, down again, out, in, cross, pull, up, down, out, in, cross, pull, up, down, out, in, cross, pull. 2 more, out, in, cross, pull, up, down, out, in, cross, pull, up, down. Done. Good. Relax those shoulders and arms, grab some water, and we are ready to begin. Our first exercise we're working on, we're going to start off with our upper body. We're going to get that right arm all the way up as high as we can. We're working range of motion, so I'm looking for a full extended arm. This is not enough. Fully here. Feel your abdominals, your shoulders, your arm. Feel everything lifting as high as you can. We're going to go up, down. We're looking for straight limbs. And now we're going to add the second part, and that's the opposite leg. Up, down, working on opposites for gait. And we're going to straighten that leg directly in front, punch toward it. Cross, crossing that arm, crossing that midline, cross. So watch again. Up, down, cross, switch. Now we're on the left side. Up, down, cross, straight leg. Up, down, cross, switch. Up, down, cross, make it strong and big. Up, down, cross, switch. Up, down, cross, again. Up, down, cross, last time. Up, down, cross, and let's put our music back on so we know our beat. We can find that beat, see what our tempo is, and then I'll add our second part. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, go. Up, down, cross, switch. Up, down, cross, again. Up, down, cross, switch. Up, down, cross, again. Up, down, cross, last time. Up, down, cross, and hold. All right, so we got a feel for that. We kind of maybe got your heart rate up just a little by lifting those arms overhead. Think about crossing that midline. That's important. Second part is a pattern. Upper body and lower body pattern. Let's do the upper body first so you get it. It's out, front, out and in. Out, front, out and in. Out, front, out, in. The legs are going to follow. If you're standing, here's the one thing that is different. If you're standing, you're not going to use both legs. If you're seated, it's out, front, out, in. Watch again. Out. I'm lifting those legs. Both legs are straight and in front. Out and in. If you're standing, you're going to do one leg at a time. Out, front, out, in, and then when we do it the second time, you'll use the opposite leg. Out, front, out, in. The words, the directive, the words will tell you what to do with your body. If you can't get those legs perfectly straight in front, that's okay. The pattern is important in this. We want to work on that cognitive part also. So we're going to go out, front, out and in, out, front, out. Put it together. There's only one of those. So let's put it together before we add the music. It starts with up, down, cross, switch. Up, down, cross. Now the pattern. Out, front, out, in. Up, down, cross, switch, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out, in. You may find that you're really working your core because both legs are working. Yes, this is a core exercise, as well as range of motion, which is what we're working, the symptom that we're working on. But core is important also because core is where your balance comes from. So we're really working on two different symptoms right here. Let's add our music and work on our first exercise. 4, 3, 2, right arm leads. Up, down, cross, switch, up, down, cross. Now the pattern, out, front, out, again, up, down, cross, switch, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out, in, go, up, down, cross, switch, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out, last time, up, down, cross, switch, up, down, cross, and pattern, out, front, out, and in. Yay! So far, so good. Nice work. Heart rate's coming up. We're using the entire body. Full range of motion, crossing that midline. Wonderful. I'm going to make it just a little more fun, and you know what that means. We're going to go through that first exercise 2 times. The first time we start with that right arm. The second time, we're going to start with the left lead. Doesn't sound like a big deal, but it is. It's a challenge because we're so right, most of us are so right dominant that we don't think to start with the left arm. So that may challenge you. And even to throw some more challenge into it, I'm not going to remind you to go left. It's up to you to try to remember first time right, second time left. When we put our music on right now, I'm going to remind you the first time, just to get you started. But the second and third time, I'm not. See if you can remember. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, right arm leads. Up, down, cross, switch, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out, left lead, up, down, cross, switch, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out from the top, right, up, down, cross, switch, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out and in, up, down, cross, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out last time from the top, up, down, cross, switch, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out, up, down, cross, switch, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out, and in. Did you get it? Did you remember to switch to your left lead? Hopefully, yes. Don't worry if you didn't. It's just a little challenge. All right, let's move on to our second exercise. The second exercise, again, we're going to be crossing the midline. So I'm going to ask you to use those arms, starting with your right side of your body is going to move first, then your left. We're going to take that right arm and wax on, wax off from the Karate Kid. We're going to take that arm and swing it in front of your face. That's crossing that midline. Swing it in front and come down. So, and then the leg part is more about gait. We're going to lift those legs nice and high, right and then left. So here's what I mean by that. Out, in, switch, out and in. Watch my arms crossing in front, out, in, out, in. Now watch my legs. Out, nice and big, lifting up and down. Out, in, out, in. Out, in, out. How are we doing? Again, out. Are you seeing that arm coming in front of your face? Out, in, make it in front of your face. 2 more. Out, in, out one more time. Each side, out, in, out, and hold. Before we add the music, I'm going to add the next piece. The next piece is, again, another pattern. And the pattern is this. Upper body first. Out, cross, overhead. Out and in. Let's practice that. Out, cross, out, in. Out, cross, out. One more. Out, cross, out, and in. The legs do exactly the same. Watch. Out, cross. Out, in. Out, cross. Put it together, arms and legs. Out, cross, out, in. Out, cross, out, in. Out, cross, out, in. Out, cross, put it together, elbow first. Out, in, out. Now the pattern. Out, cross, out. Right side goes out, in, left, out, in, everything. Out, cross, out. Right side, out, in, out. Now the pattern goes out, cross, out, and in. All right, here we go. Adding our music. Out, in, everything, out, cross, out, right side, out, in, everything, out, cross, out, and in, right, out, in, out, everything, out, cross, out, and again, out, in, cross, out, last time, go, out, in, cross, out from the top, up, down, cross, switch, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out, in, left, up, down, cross, switch, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out, right side, out, in, everything, out, cross, out, right side lifts, out, in, everything, out, cross, out, right side, out, in, everything, out, cross, out, and in. How'd we do? So far, so good? All right. Now, it gets fun. We're going to do a tempo change. We're going to do the exact same thing we just did. The first time around, we do slow, out, in, and we go out, cross, woohoo, out and in. Then the second time we do it again, slow down, out, in, out, in. Now watch, the second time we do it, we're going to take that pattern, the out, cross, out, in, and do it 2 times, double time. Out, cross, out, in, out, cross, slow, right, out, in, out. Now slow, pattern, out, cross, out, right side leads, out, in, out, fast, twice, out, cross, out, in, out, cross, slow, right, out, in, yes, out, slow, out, cross, out, right side, out, in, out, fast, out, cross, out, in, out, cross, out, in. All right, now, let me warn you right now. It's fast, it's hard, you may not get it, and that's okay. If you are moving, you're doing great. The purpose of this is to stimulate all those sensors in your body, in your brain, and in your body to move faster. If you are moving faster in any way, you are doing it properly. It doesn't matter that you're not doing the exact same thing. If you're moving from slow to fast, you're getting the benefit of what this is about. So I don't want you to get frustrated. Do your best. We're going to put our music back on and have a little fun with this second exercise. Here we go. Out, in, out, everything, out, cross, out, in, right, out, in, out. Now fast twice. Out, cross, out, in, out, cross, right, lead, out, in, out, slow, out, cross, out, and in, out, fast twice, out, cross, out, slow, right, out, in, out, slow, out, cross, out, right lead, out, in, out, fast twice, out, cross, out, in, out from the top, up, down, cross, switch, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out, left, up, down, cross, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out, right, lead, out, in, out, cross, out, right, out, in, out. Now fast, twice, out, cross, out, in, out, cross, right, lead, out, in, out, slow, out, cross, out, last time, out, in, out, cross, out, in, out, cross, done. Yay! Great work. You see, just practice a few times and you'll get it. Nice job. And if you haven't gotten it yet, practice a little more. It comes or it doesn't. Doesn't matter, as long as you're moving quickly. That's what's important, going from slow to fast. All right, let's move on. I think you'll be happy with our next exercise. It's a little easier to remember, but it's a great pattern. The next exercise, again, we're working on gait. I'm looking for you to lift up that leg nice and high. But now I'm going to add a trunk rotation. This is important for gait because actually a natural gait has a little trunk rotation. And it's also just important for balance. And some people find they're very rigid and the trunk rotation is difficult. So I thought I'd throw it in. And it's just fun to do, let's face it. So we're going to start off with that right leg and right arms going to the right side. And we're going to go punch. And you know, to do that, I kind of have to lean back a little. That's using your core muscles. That's fine. That's great. It's not cheating at all. Both arms strong, big, dynamic. Punch, switch side, punch, switch side, punch, switch, punch, make it strong and big. Punch, make it bigger. Punch, now twist. Punch, switch, punch, twist around. Go, punch, and punch, and punch, and punch, and all right. So we've got that. You've got that feeling. You're moving your body a little more swiftly. It's not, the upper body is rigid. The lower body is a little more fluid. We're lifting those knees nice and high for gait. Second part, we're going to change that tempo just slightly. It's not quite as fast as the last piece. We're going to do 2 punches and a crunch. Watch. Slow, punch, punch. Now a little faster. Punch, punch, and crunch. Now, after that, that'll take us to our left side. Now we start on the left. Punch, punch. Now fast, 2. Punch, punch, and crunch. Slow. Punch, punch, fast twice. Punch, punch, crunch. Punch, punch, too fast. Punch, punch, crunch. Last time. Punch, punch, fast. Punch, punch, crunch. Finish. Punch, 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 crunch. Have you got it? Hopefully, yes. We're going to add our music and see how that goes. And again, we're going to take it from the very top and see if we can't put all 3 of those together. Here we go. Punch, punch, switch, punch, too fast. Punch, punch, crunch. Punch, 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 crunch. Punch, punch, too fast. Punch, punch, crunch. Punch, punch, too fast. Punch, punch, crunch. Last time. Punch, punch, too fast. Punch, punch, crunch. Finish it up. Punch, punch, too fast. Punch, punch from the top. Right arm goes up, down, cross. Up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out, left, lead, up, down, cross, switch, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out, right side, out, in, everything, out, cross, out, right, lead, out, in, out, fast twice. Out, cross, out, in, out, cross, and it's punch. Punch, fast. Punch, punch, crunch. Punch, 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 crunch, and hold. Nice job. We've got one last piece to go. And we're going to finish up with still crossing of that midline. We're going to do a figure 8. Again, we're kind of getting a little less rigid, a little more fluid with those arms. I'm going to ask you to hold both arms together. I want you to feel like you're in a canoe. And you're just going to row all the way on one side on the other. We're making a figure 8, but we're kind of twisting. Here's where that trunk rotation comes in. And we're going to add alternating legs. So it's crunch, and you're going to row toward the extending leg. So we're working on opposites, rowing toward that opposite leg. So let's do 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Again. Good. And we're just going to row. We're going to row, 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 row. So it's 4 rows. Row, switch, row, row, row. Nice and easy. I think everyone's got that. Second part, moving on, we're going to continue rowing, but now we're going to change into a rowboat instead of a canoe. Rowboat. We're going to take those oars in front. They're crossed. And we're going to continue with those alternating legs. Row, 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 row. So let's put those 2 together. It's row, 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 then cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, pull, row again, row, 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 then cross, pull. This is slower than, we're going a little faster than the music would go. But let's put our music back on so we get that pattern and that tempo, because there is one last piece that is a little faster. So let's get that first. 4, 3, 2, figure 8, row, 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 cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, go back to the row, 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 twist, row, row, cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, row, again, row, 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 cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, pull. Now 4 faster, 2, 4, 6, row, 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 cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, pull. Ready, fast, count by 2s, 2, 4, 6, last time, row, 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 cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, pull, and fast, 2, 4, 6, and 8. All right, that is our whole routine. We're going to take the music from the top, so we have lots of music, about 3 or 4 minutes. And we're going to start from the first exercise, not the last exercise, and see if we can't remember all 4 of those and the combinations that's needed for each one. You guys are doing great. This is a tough one, lots to remember. A lot of that crossing of the midline, which is difficult. And of course, the tempo changes. Yay! Let's put our music on and start. Here we go. 4, 3, 2 right arm leads, go, up, down, cross, strong legs, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out, left lead, up, down, cross, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out, elbow right, out, in, everything, out, cross, out, right, lead, out, in, out, now fast, out, cross, pull, punch, punch fast, 2, punch, punch, crunch, nice, punch, punch fast, 2, punch, punch, crunch, figure 8, row, 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 cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, pull, cross, count 2, 2, 4, 6 from the top, it's up, down, cross, up, down, cross, pattern, out, front, out, in, up, down, cross, up, down, cross pattern, out, front, out, right, lead, out, in, out, everything, out, cross, out, right, lead, out, in, out, fast, ready, out, cross, out, in, out, cross, punch, 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 fast, punch, punch, crunch, punch, 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 crunch, figure eight, row, 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 cross, pole, cross, pole, cross, pole, cross, pole, cross, count it out, 2, 4, 6, keep going, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and done. Give yourselves a hand. Nice work. Woo! Grab some water. Bring your arms all the way overhead. Deep breath in and exhale. Woo! Release those shoulders. Great job. How'd we do? You got your heart rate up? I know I did. I need some water. That felt great. And all that crossing of the midline and all those fast patterns and slow patterns. It is a challenge. Kicked my butt. Good for us. All right, let's just cool it down and save it for another day, right? Drop your chin to your chest, arms in front, give me a nice long ooh. Ooh. Stretch overhead as we're doing this. Ooh. Bring those arms to the side. Ah. Again, up. Ooh. And down. All right, take your right leg in front, heel down, toe up. Gently lean into it and say the letter L. L. Good, switch sides, and now we're going to say the letter M with a closed mouth using our vocals. M. Great job. Sitting nice and tall. Relax and release all those muscles. Round out your back. Open your chest. Round out your back. Open your chest. Arms out to the side, all the way up. Feel every muscle in your body lifting, lengthening, stretching. Feel those arms reaching as high as you can. Close your fists really, really tight and open them up nice and wide. Rotate your wrists around. Reach just a little higher. Pull your belly button in. Drop your shoulders. We're just about done. Let's finish with a big yay together. Yay! All right, give yourselves a hand. That was great. I bet you feel as energized as I do. I feel like I'm ready to take on the day. Again, this was a tough one. Feel free to do this a few times. Let us know. There's a comment area on the bottom. Let us know how you did with it, what you found difficult, and what you're looking for, maybe a little more. We do read these comments and use them for future classes, so I thank you for all your input. I love reading it. I look forward to seeing you next time. Have a safe week. Take care. Bye-bye.